Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Throwing Bows. My name is Jose. This is my breakout segments that I do after LFAs, especially. So LFA 98 just ended, and much like I did for LFA 97 Camwella Kirk, I have a up-and-coming fighter that I will be highlighting in this film or in this segment. So I'm going to be talking about Tabitha Ricci. How did she do, and how bright is her future? Okay, so Tabitha Ricci is who I chose to highlight. But before we do that, let's get down to a little bit of business and get it out of the way. Please like and subscribe down below. Hit the comments if you have any comments on if you believe I have it completely wrong, if I have it completely right, if you're not even sure if this is the person that we should be highlighting. But this is who we're highlighting. Also, our Twitter handle is @BowsThrowing. Again, @BowsThrowing. And you can leave any comments you want to on there. Let me know. Am I on? Am I off? Let me know. So, getting into the segment, we're going to talk about Tabitha Ricci. She came in and she fights out of Paragon. So she is in there with the likes of Mackenzie Dern and a few other Brazilian ladies fighters. She's a strawweight at 115. And so while I'm doing this segment on Ricci, there is absolutely no need to rush her into Bellator or the UFC just yet. 115 has a strong champ and some strong contenders. So let's take this highlight with the grain of salt that I'm going to deliver it with, which is I think Ricci is an up-and-comer. But that being said, I don't think we need to push her into the big leagues just yet, but let's keep an eye on her. So Ricci comes in. Before her fight, they give her a vignette, a promo, however you want to call it. They give her a little segment. They basically talk a little bit about her, who she trains with, that she has Mackenzie Dern in her team. You know, the list goes on. The list goes on of just what she's seeing in her camps alone. The ladies around her that she's helping get ready for their fights, and who is more than likely in her camp helping her get ready for her fights. So that being said, she comes in. She's got Grimes. Grimes, there's not a lot of fanfare with her, but kudos to her. She took the fight. So they do the vignette, they do the promo, they cut they cut it, and they come back. She comes in. Ricci's looking really confident. She looks like a top biller. She looks like somebody the LFA has identified as a top prospect. Just somebody that you have that you just know immediately. This is going to be a gamer. This is going to be somebody that we can send to the big leagues and continue to show the LFA we are one of, if not the best developmental organizations in MMA. They're definitely showing that right now just from their numbers. So Ricci goes in. She presses Grimes immediately. You could tell she had all the confidence in the world. She knew that this was her time to shine. Starting the LFA season and starting LFA 98, possibly if she comes out unscathed of this one, she could quickly come back and get back into the LFA 102 or 103. So she comes in, she jumps on her. Grimes gets into this weird position that I don't believe Grimes thought Tabitha could pull something out of. And then the next thing you know, Ricci turns it, pulls an armbar. Grimes, it's tight. She can't get out of it. She has to tap, and Ricci wins. So with all that being said, I think that Ricci definitely didn't sustain any damage, and so why is this something? Did we get anything out of this fight? The answer is not necessarily. The fight itself, you didn't get a lot. You get an idea that she's armbarring folks in the first round and that there's a lot of potential. I think that the way LFA let her know going in that they cut a promo for her, that they had a little vignette before her fight, that they believe and they're putting a lot of their trust into her as a fighter and building her up as a potential next person to go. That puts a lot of stress. She's only 25 years old. She's definitely in a camp where there are a lot of other really good female fighters. So to basically come into this one and say, you're not the main event, but we can definitely see us building you up to being that one. You're one of the people that we want to display to our users, customers, so to speak. So, I think that as the lights continue to get brighter, I think Ricci will step up. I think that that's what she showed. She got a little bit of spotlight. She came in and she took care of business. But again, like I said previously, I don't think that she's ready yet. This was her 4th fight. She is 4-0. Maybe some time might be due in Invicta. You could definitely do that. She's just, she's only 4 fights in. Even the straw weights at UFC have at least 11 professional fights under their belt, even when they're the 50th ranked straw weight for the UFC. So you would want to see her at least get maybe 3 or 4 more fights before we start getting that consideration. But that's not to say that she can't enjoy the small pond, big fish type feeling that she can get. You can see that the LFA likes her. They want to keep her around. They want to possibly do some highlighting of her. And why not? I think that she's got a star power there. I think that as long as she continues to just lay these nasty submissions on, you can highlight that. Not everything needs to be a knockout. So what can we see her doing? If she is submitting folks in the first round, you could look at her getting 4 fights this year in for the LFA. And if she scraps the next 3 in record time, she could come out of here with 7-8 fights out of 2021 with 7 to 8 fights. That's enough wear on the tire. That's enough tread to make a case that you could see her in a Contender Series fight, or she could do some fill-in work if on early prelims on Fight Pass, a straw weight can't make it. So I don't think it's time yet to hit the button and push her in. I think one of the scariest things is that now that they're starting to be a developmental league, we shouldn't just be thrusting young talent into the big leagues yet. Let's give them a chance. Let's let them get some shine in the developmental arena first. Let's see how they do with that. MMA is one of those sports where it's as much mental as it is physical. But I think she did a great job handling some of the pressure in her first fight. I'm interested to see who they throw her in with next. I think that she can benefit from also staying in LFA for at least a year and a half before she makes the jump. Straw weights right now look really strong. The champ, Wei Li, she's there. Joanna, there's a lot. So I say leave her there, but let me know what your comments are. Let me know what you think about Tabitha Ricci. Again, like I said, very, very little tape so far on her, but I think that that's good. Getting in on someone early is a good thing. So let me know. Leave your comments below or hit us up on Twitter @BosThrowing. Again, @BosThrowing. And I'll talk to you at the next one. Peace.